Hi guys, my name is Anshruta and I'm your SCORA director for this term, and today we're gonna have the SCORA Exchanges webinar. And we have today with us, we have 9 countries who will be presenting, 8 countries who will be presenting their exchanges to you. We have Sarah, who is the NORA for FMSA Quebec. We have Samuel, who is the exchange coordinator for Rwanda. We have with us Laura, who is the NORA for Catalonia. David, the NORA for Portugal, Dario, the NORA for Italy, Monica, the exchange coordinator for Poland, Anastasia from Romania, and Tala will be joining us shortly. So the basic format for the exchange is that, this webinar rather, is that each NMO will be presenting their exchange presentation, and at the end we will do questions. So this is the order in which I presented the NMOs. They will be presenting in that order. So first up we have Sarah. Sarah, why don't you start by introducing yourself?
Hey, I'm Sarah. As Ashru said, I'm the NORA from FMSA Quebec.
Sweetheart, you're not audible. I don't know what's wrong, but can't hear you.
Cool. Now can you hear me?
Yes, much better. Thank you.
Okay. I'm the NORA from FMSA Quebec, and I'm hosting also with a wonderful team, the SCORA Exchange in Montreal. So here is the team. I don't know if you can see the slides by now. Can they?
Just give me a minute. I'm just sharing the slides. Just give me a minute.
Exciting. Meanwhile, you can enjoy the wonderful sunlight of morning in Montreal behind me.
We're so excited to all be coming to Montreal super soon, and we cannot wait. And I think this is even a better treat. Okay, so the presentation is up and live in now.
Okay, so here are wonderful pictures of our beautiful city next. And the team I'm working with, which are amazing people contributing to having a super exchange for you guys next. Okay, so here is briefly our vision of the event, but we're wanting to focus mostly on sexual health for most vulnerable populations here. And also our NMO president wants to remind you that it's going to happen right after the August meeting 2018, which will take place in Montreal as well from August 1st to August 8th. Next. Okay, so here is our agenda. It's a bit like on the left side now, but as you can see, it's going to start with the AM. And then our first half week will be focusing on HIV and other STIs. We're going to try every week to have one day happening in NGOs or clinics. And for the rest of the week, a mix of small working groups and also workshops and sessions. Also, as you can see, we have a quite busy social program that is planned for you. So every night or mostly, we have something in mind for you to do. Next. Okay, so the second week, we're going to finish with HIV and STIs, and then move on to sexuality and gender and identity, having a debate about that as well. Next. Then again, topics are split on many weeks so that we can cover them with as many days as possible, given the fact that this exchange is planned to be on 3.5 weeks to cover the full month of August, with the August meeting included. On the third week, we're going to start to talk about comprehensive sexuality education as well, and we're going to have on Friday the Advocacy Day, which is going to be a big project plan from the beginning of the SCORA Exchange. Next. Last week will be focused on maternal health and access to safe abortion, with a free day on Wednesday to enjoy one of our attraction park or the beach if that's what you'd rather do. Next. So about logistics, the date is going to be the month of August, after the August meeting, as I said, and people are going to be accommodated in a student residence right next to the University Concordia, which is where most sessions will happen. Next. So here is what it looks like, but yeah, you can move on next. About logistics, even though we did a lot of fundraising, the minimal price we could afford is like 400 euros, but that will be including lodging, venue, transportation between the different places we're gonna go to, a welcoming kit, and also one meal per working day. So that is Monday to Friday. Next. About the visa, unfortunately in Canada, only people coming from United States of America do not need a visa. Otherwise, every country needs to be having a visa before coming to Canada. It takes quite a while to do all the formalities. So if you intend to go even to the August meeting, we recommend that you start doing your procedures right now. Next. To apply, what you need to do is to send a motivation letter, your CV, a photo of you, also a confirmation letter from your NORA or NMO president, and finally fill up the online application form. Here's the type on the presentation. It's not before March 10th, but 30th. Next. Finally, you have all the information to contact us. If you have any questions, feel free and we'll answer them gladly. That's it.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for a wonderful presentation. And I'm sure everybody's super excited about going to the GA in Montreal and then maybe even going for the exchange. So just to revise, guys, if you have any questions to ask Sarah, please just wait till the end, and then we're going to go and look into the comment sections for your questions. Thank you so much, Rita. Next up, we have Samuel from Rwanda. Samuel, why don't you start by introducing yourself? Till then, I will set up your presentation.
Okay, thank you so much. By names of Samuel Nyonkuru, or just call me Sam, from Rwanda, and I'm the coordinator of SCORA Exchange 2018. Is that?
Just I'm sharing my screen now. Just give me a minute.
Okay. So that's my introduction. You can go to the next slide. Next. So you can ask yourself where Rwanda is. Rwanda is located in Africa. You can see the black arrow. That's a small country which is called Rwanda. It is bordered by Uganda to the north, Tanzania to the east, Burundi to the south, and Congo to the west. Our country is also called the land of thousand hills and thousand smiles. Next. So you can ask yourself, why do you have to come to Rwanda? The first thing is that you don't have to apply for a visa. Visa is free. You can get your visa upon arrival, which is the amazing thing. Next. So you will get also the best hospitality ever. You can see some of our participants from SCORA Exchange 2016. So if you are coming to Rwanda, you will experience best hospitality ever. Just don't miss. Next. So of course, we have a lot of programs, and you will get the opportunity to learn and share ideas with the other medical students from around the world. So we'll be talking about the sexual and reproductive health topics. So this is your chance to share your ideas, to share your experience from your country and learn from other medical students. Next. Of course, as we will be having different medical students from different countries, this is also the opportunity to learn and share your culture with other countries, and of course, to learn from other countries' culture. Next. Of course, this is summertime. You will be having fun with other medical students. Next. Share love and making new friends. Just come. Next. So in our country, we have many touristic areas. Among them, we have Akagera National Park. We have Nyungwe National Park, where you can find canopy walk. Next. And you can also find mountain gorillas, where in only Rwanda, that's the only place you can visit mountain gorillas, so don't miss. Next. So our programs, it will be in 3 weeks. In the first week, it will be in the capital of Rwanda, which is called Kigali, the cleanest city in Africa. So in the first week, we'll be discussing about adolescent sexual and reproductive health, where we'll be discussing about contraceptive use in adolescents. And also in the third week, we'll be visiting civil society and youth-friendly centers which are working on sexual and reproductive health. Next. Next, please. So in the second week, you'll be getting comeback. You'll be getting the opportunity to do clerkship in Gun and Ops in one of our teaching hospital in Rwanda. So don't miss to get such opportunity to do clerkship in our Gun and Ops wards. Next. So fee of our program is €400 plus $60 for camping and canopy walk in Nyungwe National Park. So that's our email and contact. So feel free to contact us whenever you have any question or you need any clarification. So thank you so much. Hope to see you in Rwanda in August. Thank you. If you have any question, you can ask.
Thank you so much, Samuel. Guys, to let you know, Samuel has been one of the on this exchange team for a long time, and he has organized some very good exchanges. So let me know if you have any questions, and you can always contact him even after the webinar. He will be more than happy to help you. Next up, we have Laura from Catalonia. So Laura, you're up next.
So hi, thank you for joining us. I'm Laura, also known as Lalu, and I've been the NORA for 2 terms now. So I was in the OC of SCORA SXC Catalonia in 2016, but I couldn't get really involved. And this year I took the step further, so here I am. So if you wanna put the presentation, I can go through. Thank you.
Just a minute, it's just taking a little longer than expected. Okay. And it's open, please. Yes, and it's open. I'm gonna share my screen. There you go.
Okay, so next, please. I'll start with the super basics. So when we'd love to have you with us is from the 10th to the 26th of July. Next. And where we will hold our exchange between 2 cities, Barcelona and Girona, because we wanted to show you more than one city and different environments, because Catalonia is like a land of contrast and diversity. So we wanted you to experience different parts of it. And on the weekends, we'll travel around. So you'll manage to see different spots of the country. Next, please. Next. Okay. So more specifically, where we'll be having the exchange is going to be held in, okay, as I said, in the 2 cities. So in Girona, we will be sleeping in a youth hostel that's in the super center of the city. So we can just walk around it. And in Barcelona, we thought it would be fun to have international participants sleeping in national participants' homes. So we're trying to arrange that so you have a completely cultural immersion. And we're working on that right now. So that means the fee will lower. So yay. Next, please. And more specifically, what we'll be doing during the exchange. We wanted to build an agenda that covers all SCORA focus areas in a way that makes sense in the learning process and that everything is connected and linked each part with each other. So we will have study visits to the Observatory Against Homophobia and also to Youth Contraceptive and Sexuality Center. We will have different trainings on all focused on advocacy. We have plenty of skilled and experienced trainers in IX, and also part of the OC are already trainers. So you'll become the best advocate ever once you go back home. We'll focus also on how to build a campaign. I can see the presentation now.
Sorry, guys, sorry.
Okay, it's fine. So we'll focus on how to develop a campaign, and we'll have our campaign in Barcelona during the exchange. Then we also wanted to introduce new methods to work in SCORA topics, as could be the theater of oppressed, to talk about gender-based violence. We will also have talks by experts that we contact often. And we will also have peer-to-peer activities because we wanted to balance both and to really encourage participants to interact and to learn from each other. So we will ask you to bring some information from your countries in order to share. So next, please. That's like the program overview. So you can see like that we have like different cheerful colors. Each color is for one of the blocks we divided the agenda on. So you can check the invitation package and see which color is for each block. And then in green, we have the extra trips. Okay, so next, please. And let's talk about the money. As I said, we are trying to host all international participants in national participants' homes. So the maximum price we set it was 2,040 euros, but it's gonna lower for sure because we recently found an alternative in case we can't have you with national participants. So it's going to be cheaper for sure. And we'll try to confirm that via Facebook and Instagram as soon as possible. And though this money is for the lodging, for the invitation package, for the transportation between the cities, for the transportation in the same city, then for 1 meal per working day, and also breakfast. So next, please. And then we wanted to share some like special facts that we thought we wanted to highlight. So first of all, we will focus on follow-up activities development and have transnational collaboration. So what we've learned doesn't stay in Catalonia, so we go back home and we can like keep talking to each other and developing projects regarding that. Next, please. And we will have a super packed agenda, but we will have time to enjoy a non-tourist guides cultural and social program we've been preparing for you. Next. And yeah, super important. We are as enthusiastic as you are about SRHR. Those are pics from people from our NMO working and having fun in SCORA. Next, please. We always say that it's not what we do, but how we do it. So we want to go super green for this project and really pay attention to what we buy and where we buy it and how we manage our resources. Next. And yeah, that's our amazing organizing committee, and we are working super hard, and we are super excited, probably actually as much as you do, and we can wait to have you here. So yeah, if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Laura. That was a wonderful presentation. And one of the first exchange participants from India went to Catalonia. So I think I'm more than excited to see you guys do an exchange again. And I hope it is wonderful. The next country we have on is Portugal. David, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is David. I'm from Portugal, and I'm currently the NORA and the head of OC from SCORA Exchange Portugal.
And you can start.
Okay, so about SCORA Exchange Portugal, this is our this is our 4th year organizing SCORA Exchange. We've had excellent feedback from previous years, and this year we grabbed the feedback from previous ones and decided to do something even better. So we decided to choose only the best, so that our program is the best we can offer. Next. It will take place from July 15 to August 3rd. We will have 10 spots for international participants, and we will visit 2 cities, Lisbon in the first 2 weeks and Porto in the last week. The fee will be $3.99. It was the best we could afford because in summer Portugal is crowded. So this was what we could do. Next. About the scientific program.
Just give me a minute. For some reason, I was sharing the wrong screen. Just is it visible now? Is the presentation visible to you, David? I'm sorry. Yep, I think it should be visible now. Sorry, continue. The scientific program.
Okay, next. So in our first week, we are covering 2 of the focus areas from IFMSA, HIV and sexuality and gender identity. We decided to have some different topics like BDSM, sexuality on TV, sexuality in disabled people. We're trying to have different topics that are not the usual ones to be talked about. Next. On our second week, still in Lisbon, we will cover 4 areas. We will cover sexuality and gender identity, comprehensive sexuality education, gender-based violence, and maternal health and access to safe abortion. One more time, we decided some topics that are not generally talked about in our program. Next. And on our third week in a different city, Porto, we decided to have 3 topics: maternal health, comprehensive sexual education, and gender-based violence. And following the same line as previously mentioned. Next. About our social program, next. We have Lisbon, it's our capital. We are spending 2 weeks here, which means that we are going to visit a lot from Lisbon. Generally in summer, it's hot and it's really nice to go outside and to visit some of the places. Next. Lisbon is, despite being the capital, it's a very traditional city. We have a lot of places that are booming with tourism. Next. And on weekends, we have the time for a different, to go to different places, like Sintra. It's considered one of the best, the most attractive places in Portugal. It's really close to Lisbon, and it's very, very natural connected, and it's amazing. About Coimbra, we are passing through Coimbra when we are going from Lisbon to Porto, and it's the city of students, which means that there are a lot of young people there, and it's a really nice environment. Next. About Porto, Porto is almost the capital in the north. And we are spending 1 week there. We will visit also a lot, and we will have some of the most amazing views you can ever experience. Next. And because it's SCORA exchange, we are trying to balance everything. So we'll have some night outs, and the discos in Portugal are amazing. And then we are going to go to some of the most famous beaches here in Portugal. Next. If you have any doubts, please just contact us and we'll answer it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, David, and I hope everybody realizes how amazing you guys are at organizing exchanges, and some of the best feedback has always been given for the exchanges in Portugal, and I hope that we have a lot of applicants. Next up, we have Dario from Italy.
Hi everybody, I'm Dario. I'm the Italian Nora, and I'm also the head of the OC for SCORA Exchange Italy 2018. And so if I can have the presentation, I can start.
Yes, just give me 1 minute and we can start. Go.
Okay, so next. Okay, our presentation is quite simple. First of all, the dates. Our exchange will be held from September 22nd to October 18th. It's not actually in summer because we had troubles with summer dates. But I can assure you that the weather in Italy is good, even in those days, so you shouldn't have problems enjoying your exchange and going to the beaches and to the seaside, so you won't have problems. And we will visit a lot of cities, actually. So the first one is in Florence, the second one is Perugia, then we have Naples, Salerno, and Rome. It might seem a lot to you, but don't worry, because all of these cities are quite near to each other, so the transportation won't take too long, and you will have a lot of time to rest between a trip and another one. So next. The first city, as I said, is Florence. You will spend there like almost 1 week. And you will have every morning a clerkship at the infectious disease department, and then in the afternoons we will deliver some SCORA general training so that you can be introduced to the SCORA world. Then there will be a seminar about STIs and their prevention, and also a meet the expert session with an expert about sex confinement surgery for transgender people. And then, of course, you will have plenty of time to visit the city, because Florence is one of the Italian jewels, as all the other cities in the exchange, so you should enjoy it. And so, next. Please. Okay, thank you. Yes, the next city is Perugia. You will spend there 6 days. And you will talk about gender-based violence, since we tried to cover all the main SCORA issues with our exchange. And then you will have a session about Italian health system confronting to the other health systems all around the world. And then we will discuss also about gender-based violence. So you will have a training about that, and also you will get to debate so that you can also grow. And then there is this special visit to HIV patient center called Tulipani, which is a flower, and it's a special residence, and you will enjoy it a lot because all people that go there do. And then there is also another Meet the Experts session about the transgender population with the head of the gender reassignment program in Terni, which is a city near to Perugia. And then as a social program, you will have the National Food and Drink Party, which is an IFMSA tradition, and it will be held here in Perugia. And then you will get to visit the famous Perugina chocolate factory. So next, please. The third city is Naples. You will talk about sexual orientation and gender identity with peer sessions. Then we will have sessions about STIs again, and then we will discuss about gender and sexuality in our modern cinema and other communication methods. And then we will discuss also about the involvement of SCORA in the Italian health system, and we will discuss how to advocate for the LGBTI plus population. And also there will be a SCORA party as a social program, and of course city tours also at night. So thank you. Salerno is a city right near to Naples on the coast, and you will discuss about female genital mutilation, which is also happening in Italy. You will discuss about emergency contraception and safe abortion. And also here you will get to go like to the sea, because as you can see is a main thing in Salerno. And yeah, next please. As last city, you will go to Rome, which is our capital and one of our most beautiful cities. You will discuss about maternal health and about gender medicine, and you will, of course, get to see the city and all its beautiful things. So next, please. Yeah, work in progress. Why? Because our program is quite far from now, and we are still working to bring out the best from it, and also because sometimes it's not easy to project things so much in advance, but all that you can see is already fixed, and now we can only add some interesting things. So I hope you will enjoy it. And next, please. Okay, about the social programs, I have actually already told about it, and you will have city tours in 5 different cities and major attractions and monuments. You will discover every part from a non-touristic point of view, because all of us, of course, know the cities very well. You will travel to Assisi and Pompeii, which are 2 major Italian attractions. You will go to the seaside, and you will, of course, enjoy all the special Italian food. And you will live as an Italian for almost a month, which is a lot. And I can assure you it's a beautiful experience. So next, please. How much? Well, the fee, we know that it's quite high because it's 400 per person, but Italy is quite expensive because it's a very touristic place. And the fee includes the accommodation and 1 meal per working day at least, transportation between accommodation and places where the session will take place, and trips between different cities, and of course the welcome kit. Also, we are trying to be as low as possible with our expenses, so that we can spare some money from your fee, and we can give it back to you as part of the social program, or as pocket money for your meals or things like that. So nothing will be lost. Next, please. Why you should come to Italy? Because we are beautiful people, and we are willing to know you, actually, and we're looking also forward to share all of our SCORA experience with you, and to grow together in this intercultural experience. And of course, because, next please, because Italy is a very beautiful place and you really should visit it. And I will leave all my contact in the chat of the webinar on YouTube, so that you can write it down, and also the link to our invitation package so that you can read it. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dario. That was a wonderful presentation. In case you guys want to know more about this exchange from a participant, you should totally contact Liz, because our general assistant Liz went for an exchange, I think a couple of years ago, and she totally enjoyed it. So we're really looking forward to your comments, to see what your questions are, and that you enjoy this webinar. So next up, we have Monica from Poland. So Monica, you're up.
Hello guys, I'm Monica, I'm from Poland and I'm SCORA exchange coordinator for this year, and I'm skipping the familiar dinner for you, so be glad I'm here. Okay, could you put up the presentation?
Yes, and the presentation is up.
Okay, the presentation, the exchange takes place from 1st to 29th July. In my post on Facebook, I've written June, somebody mentioned that, but it's July. So it takes place in 4 cities. Each city has a week-long exchange program. Next. First city in which the exchange takes place is Wrocław, in English Wrocław. Next. And in this city, the participants will have clerkship in the Department of Obstetrics and Women's Diseases. And there they will visit the operating theater, the endocrinology and oncology departments. The participants of SCORA Exchange will also have workshops on IUD insertion in practice and on contraception in general. They will participate in the workshop organized together with European Law Students Association on abortion from the clinical and psychological point of view. And some of the seminars will cover female cancers and the differences between delivery methods. The theoretical and practical part of the of the program takes place in the morning, and during the afternoons you'll have some nice chances to visit the city, to enjoy the river cruise, to visit the Hydropolis Knowledge Center, which is a center of knowledge about water. And as in almost all the cities you'll visit, you'll enjoy the party in the evening and some excursions outside of the city, here to Książ Castle, which you can see in the photo. Next. The second city, it's Poznań. It's my city, actually. Next. Not that much. One previously. Okay. In Poznań, the internship, the clerkship will take place in the Department of Infectious Diseases. And the seminars will cover STIs prevention, will cover some seminar on comprehensive sexual education and on peer education in general. And the topics will cover also sexuality and gender identity in theory and practice, let's say. Here in the photos, you can see people who participated in SCORA Exchange 2 years ago when I coordinated it in Poznań. So as you see, they quite enjoy it. The social program here contains visiting the brewery, photo to the left, visiting the Museum of Croissants, some paintball, aqua park, national food and drinking party together with SCORI and Scopy exchange, and a nice party in a club till the dawn. That's what they promise. Okay. Gdańsk, it's the city at the seaside, at the bay at the seaside. Next. Which is very beautiful city. And the clerkship there will be held in the Department of Urology. And the theoretical part will cover gender reassignment process and its legal aspects. You will also face the specific needs of LGBT plus patients, and you'll have the chance to get to know how to take sexuological interview and how to talk with patients on these not so easy subjects. You will also have a seminar on fertility and infertility in Gdańsk. The social program contains of city sightseeing. The city is very beautiful and worth seeing. As I said, Gdańsk is almost at the sea, so you'll have a trip to the beach, and you'll also enjoy your time in an adventure park. You'll go to visit Malbork Castle, the castle which you can see in the photo. And the social program will also cover visits at some museums or, let's say, more interactive centers on Second World War and on solidarity in Europe. Next. The last city in which the exchange would take place during the 4th week is Warsaw, the capital of Poland. Next. And in Warsaw, the clerkship will take place on the Department of Dermatology and Infectious Diseases. And Warsaw is the place which would focus most on working and workshops with some external NGOs. So, for example, Sex Positive Institute and Campaign Against Homophobia. And the social program contains of, between others, karaoke, visit to Łazienki Park in the photo, the Royal Castle in Warsaw, traditional Polish dinner, bowling, and some movie evening. Next. Basically, the SCORA exchange is a great opportunity for you to learn, to share, and to connect with people. And as it's our 3rd year in which we organize SCORA exchange, we try to learn as much as we can from the previous ones and improve each another year. Next. Polish cuisine is one of the reasons you should really come and try some nice things. Next. It's like one of the reasons. Comparing to Western Europe, Poland is quite a not expensive country. So it would be lesser expense for you and you'll get to see more. Next, that's why the cost of the exchange, those are my exchange people from my exchange. Okay, next. Cost of the exchange is 450 euros, but what I want to focus on and to tell you that it includes between behind what you always say, like accommodation, 1 meal, transportation, it includes big part of the social program which was mentioned before. So like all I had in my slides is covered with the cost of the exchange of those 350 euros. So you wouldn't have to pay much apart from what I've mentioned. Once again, the date is 1st to 29th July, and application is just the general application as for every SCORA exchange. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to write me, and I hope to see you in Poland.
Thank you so much for the wonderful presentation, Monica. We're really sorry that you missed your family dinner for this. And Poland exchanges are one of the most wonderful exchanges, and I've heard that from a lot of people. Also within Scope, you guys are one of the most wanted countries. So you should, if you are interested in what the program offers, you should definitely reach out to Monica if you have any questions. Thank you, Monica. Next up, we have Anastasia from Romania. Anastasia, you're up.
Yes. I'm here. Could you put on the presentation, please?
Yep, sure.
Hi, guys, again. Until Anshruta posts the presentation, I'm really glad to be here, and I really wish you could come to our exchange.
And it's up.
Okay, great. Well, welcome to our exchange. If you can go next, please. Okay, as objectives and expectations, of course, as everybody wants to do, it's raising awareness, increasing knowledge on sexual education, and we really want to emphasize some concepts related to HIV epidemics, pregnancy, and sexuality and gender identity, especially to the HIV epidemics, because we now have contacted some doctors who can help us with that and to teach us everything that we need to know. If you can go next, please. So there will be 5 cities. In each city, you will spend 4 days. The first one is Yash. You can see the map in the invitation package and all of the arrows that will help you understand the way through our country. Next, please. Okay, we have several sessions that we want to offer you, and we have gathered them divided like in the 5 cities that we have. In each of the city, we will emphasize on one of the focus areas. In Yash, which is the first city, we will focus on comprehensive sexual education, where our program coordinator also lives, and she has prepared for us some debates, workshops, and some clerkships, including in maybe in some with some psychologists that can help us understand and do better. In maternal health and access to safe abortion, it will be a great program because the program coordinator has facilitated us some clerkships in the maternity hospital, and participants will be able to see deliveries, surgeries, and stuff like that. In the HIV and STIs work program, which will happen in Craiova, our coordinator has prepared for you a clerkship in the infectious diseases hospital and also a debate based on movies. These are the most important events. On the gender-based violence and sexuality and gender identity, we kind of divided it in 2 cities, Brasov and Bucharest. Here, we wish to do some campaigns and some workshops, and I took the liberty of stealing the idea from the GA and making a human library. We will invite some people from an NGO coming from the LGBT community, and they will talk to us about what happens with them, and they will offer us some input about their life. If you can go next, please. Okay, so our fee is 300 euros. It includes the accommodation, 1 meal per day, transportation, and the SCORA exchange kit and materials. The meals will be in restaurants or in canteens, student canteens, but if there will be special requests, we can change according to what you want. Also, we offer 6 spots, preferably 3 boys and 3 girls, because this fits with our rooms that we can offer in the student dorms. Next, please. Okay, the social program will be really great because all of the cities that are involved have something special. In Brasov, for example, which is the first image up and left, you have a lot of visiting and city museums and stuff like that, a lot of history that you can see. Cluj, which is the picture on the right, upper right, it's a city where a lot of students live and you have a lot of parties. Iași is really an important city. It's on the right in the middle. It has a lot of culture, and there it is, especially in the picture, the Palace of Culture. Bucharest, which is the right image on the, it's down. It's the capital, and there is also a lot to see. And Craiova is also famous for their parties and great social program. As an optional, you can participate in the Untold Festival. Probably you've heard of it, and I can offer you more details if you're interested. Next, please. You can contact me in my emails or on Facebook or wherever you want, and I can help you with any questions that you have. And please do, because I would like to help you and to receive you here in our countries. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anastasia. That was another wonderful presentation. And as you guys know, Anastasia was with us at the GA. Maybe you met her. Actually, a lot of the presenters here were with us at the GA, and I hope you got a chance to meet them because all of them are wonderful SCORA angels and they're super motivated to be doing this. So if you decide to go on these exchanges, do not worry. You're in very, very good hands and everything will be wonderful. Last presentation that we have for the day is from Jordan. We have Tala, who is the Nora from Jordan. Tala, can you introduce yourself? Sweetheart, you're on mute. Just turn off your mute and yeah, perfect. No, sweetheart, we still can't hear you for some reason. Just check why. It's probably not.
Okay, now can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, great. It's Tala, the National Officer of Reproductive Health in IPSAJO, so I'll represent SCORA Exchange in Jordan. Okay, so put this slide.
Yes, it's ready and I'm gonna share it now. Go.
Okay. Before I start talking about the slides, I would like to say some points. First, we will have a daily social program. Okay, so we will make sure to visit every part of the country so that if you open the maps, you make sure that you visit the whole country. It is a really tiny country, so we will make sure to visit every place. And during working days, we will give you transportation, the fees included, the transportation to social program. Okay, and this year the social program, SCORA Exchange is gonna be sponsored by the government itself. So and also we will, give a representative numbers of the area in general, not just for Jordan, because we have a lot of refugees. Like out of 9 millions, we have 4 million refugees. And we have a lot of refugees camp, so we will give a representative numbers so that we will cover the whole area, not just Jordan. Okay, and the working days and the sessions all gonna be in Amman, the capital of Jordan, but we will make sure to visit the whole country, but the session is gonna be only in Amman. Okay, next. Okay. First of our exchange is going to be from 23rd August till 11th September. First week, we're going to talk about gender-based violence. Actually, I've choose this area because, as I said before, like we have a lot of refugees camp, and the gender-based violence, like violence in general, got high incidences in refugees camp because it's conflict countries and all that. So I made sure that we will cover the whole focal areas, but gender-based violence we will cover in Jordan and also in the surrounding countries too. Next, please. Okay, social program in the first week. Downtown walk and the sunset. Sunset itself that you're gonna stay in Jordan, but you're gonna watch the sunset from another country, which is Palestine. So it's gonna be something really weird. Usually I take exchange students there, so it's gonna be unforgettable sunset. Also, King Hussein Parks, the biggest parks in Jordan, and Al-Wadi Cafe is one of the oldest cafes in Jordan and in the area general. As you can see the pictures here. Next, please. Okay. Second week, we will cover the maternal health and access to safe abortion. Last year, we gave it in sessions, but this year, I'll make sure to give it in clinics since the gynecology clinics here is full of actions and very entertaining clinic. Since the culture here is really affecting the gynecology things and all that. So when it's going to be covered in hospital, it's going to be really different. And with a lot of stories and all of that. So we will give a seminars, also the rotation in the clinic. Okay, so we will cover emergency obstetric care training, postpartum depression, and attitudes and access to abortion, continuity of breastfeeding, antenatal care, postpartum self-care, and postpartum danger signs. And we will also attend surgeries. And the last one I can see. Okay, next please. Okay, social program in the next week. Romanian theater is the biggest theater in the Middle East, and it's full with the historical places around it. And Rainbow Street, also one of the oldest streets in Jordan. Castle of Amman and Jara Souk, where we can see all the traditional clothes, and we can buy some. Next, please. Okay, in the third week, we'll cover HIV and other sexual transmitted infections. Also, we will cover it not only in Jordan, also in Myanmar in general. We will cover the number of refugee camps and also in the conflict countries. Okay, next please. Okay, social program during the third week. Wakalat Street, full of beautiful places, and Royal Museum, where we can see Royal Cars Museum, where we can see the most fancy cars in the history of cars that were for kings in Jordan. It's very interesting. And trip to Madaba. We will see the oldest music in the history of war, and also the like few things about the stories of the Christ. Next, please. Okay, weekend trips. Funny part. Okay. First weekend we will go to the north of the country, the green part of the country, Irbid, Qais, and Jurash. Also, we will have the fancy welcoming dinner. And the second weekend, we will have a hiking trip and Dead Sea trip. This is a very unique trip where we're gonna hike with water and we're gonna walk like a lot of kilometers. And the third weekend, Golden Triangle, Aqaba, Bitra, and Wadi Rum. Bitra is one of the 7 wonders in the world. Okay, and Wadi Rum, it's a desert, and where you can see the stars very clearly because there's no lights there. And we will sleep in camps, not in hotels or something. And usually, this, exchange students tell me that this is the most beautiful part of the whole exchange, sleeping in Wadi Rum, where the desert and really the wildlife and emptiness. Okay, and we will have a sleepover in 4 stars hotel in Aqaba, where we can have beach and like hot weather. Okay, see here you can see the pictures, the Petra and Jarash in north of the country, and other pictures of hiking and whatnot. And that's it. We're gonna do wait for it. And this is the contact information that you can contact me with. And that's it.
Thank you so much, Sala, for a wonderful presentation. So, you guys, Jordan is the only country from the EMR that is applying, and the EMR is very unique because of the different situations that they have and their very rich culture. So, if you like what you see, you should definitely apply for an exchange to Jordan. You can always contact Tala. She's wonderful, and she's always ready to help out with anything. So, you can contact her. You just saw the contact details, and you can find all of their invitation details as well on the Facebook group as well as the email server. And with this, we have finished with all of our presentations. We're just going to check if we have any comments from you, and if we have any questions, then we're going to answer them now. Just give me a moment, because I think I saw a few questions and I was like, oh yay, people have questions for us. Oh, okay. The comments are gone now. Okay. So guys, there's still space to leave comments, and the exchange coordinators will come back to you whenever they have time. In any other situation, you can still contact them. All of their contact details are available. They are on all SCORA Mediums and channels. Just a reminder, the deadline to apply is 31st of March. Please apply before that. There's only one common Google form for all of you to fill, and you can pick between 3 countries. We've often had this question that, what if I only want to apply for one country? Well, then you can pick the same country in all 3 choices, but it kind of restricts your options, because if the country has already filled their spots, you will not be considered by any other country. So while of course you're really motivated and excited to go to one country, try to not pick the same country in all 3 choices, because you might miss out on going to another country because you did not really read up about them, or you didn't really listen to them during the webinar. The documents have to be signed by your NMO president or your NORA. The documents have to be uploaded in the form itself. So if you have any questions about how to upload the documents onto the form, you can always contact the IT. And with this, I'd really like to thank the exchange coordinators who took out time from their busy lives to come here and to share their wonderful exchanges with you. And the reason that they're doing this is for you, so that you can go to their countries and you can spend time learning in their country, learning about their culture, their SCORA issues and how they deal with them, and learn from that. So we hope to see a huge number of applications from all of you, and we hope that you have wonderful exchange experiences. Please note that these are not the only exchanges that are happening. We also have exchanges in Sudan and Ghana, and also Kazakhstan, which is the first exchange that we're going to have within the Asia Pacific in the last couple of years at least. So look at all of your options before you decide to apply, and do not hesitate to contact any of us. So thank you guys for joining us in this wonderful webinar, and I hope you have a wonderful day. See you. Bye-bye.